Hey everyone, it is that time of the month and I am back with a vengeance. So let's not wait any longer and get right into it. Hey everyone, I hope you're well, playing and I'm making the games that you all love. You're joining me, your host, Max Pears. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you, whether it be morning, afternoon, or night. Always happy to be chatting with you, and I hope that you enjoyed listening to the show as well. Now, it has been about a month since my last podcast. That was because the Level Design Lobby is 3 years old. Can you believe that? I'm genuinely happy, surprised. I think I keep track of the time, but it's amazing, 3 years. So I just want to firstly start off by saying thank you all of you who support the show, whether you be a Patreon member or just a listener of the show, or even just liking the tweets that I put out about the show. All of your support is so appreciated, and I just cannot thank you enough. So here's to another 3 years of the Level Design Lobby, hoping that we get even more amazing guests. And thank you to the guests, obviously, who've joined me as well to make the show even better. So yeah, I'm so happy that we've been able to grow. I do think last year was, or should I say the leading up to the third year was so impressive. We have the book released, have more amazing guests on, and yeah, it's been a phenomenal ride so far. And just again, thank you all for being part of the journey. I can't even get my head around it, honestly. But thank you all. I think there's been, over 120 to 150 episodes, if I'm remembering correctly, streams as well. So yeah, a lot has been done in this time period, and hopefully the mic sounds better. I've kind of been upgrading and playing around with my equipment. Thanks to the support of the Patreon, I've been able to upgrade my mic arm, get a little better filter, so hopefully it sounds nicer when I get closer to the mic, giving you that full smooth jazz experience. Now, with it being the start of the month, that only means what, my friends? That means that it is me recommending more amazing references, resources to all of you, because this is how we learn and grow. Because without more people sharing the knowledge, more of us won't understand different trains of thought, maybe different methods that are out there. And yeah, I've just during my time off been able to go off and take a break. I really needed a break, to be honest with you. Just a lot of stuff that's been going on, so it was nice to take a little bit of a sit back, but also just a lot of things I want to learn. I've started to take a few different courses at this current moment in time, so we'll be talking a bit about that. But yeah, just letting you know what I've been doing with my time off. I mean, not much we all can do, sadly, with the current situation, so you won't see me out there drinking some sort of pina colada on the beach this time. Unfortunately not. Maybe one day. That's how we'll do it. That is how I will spend my time away. But as for now, it's not going to be that one. But first, let's have a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is none other than me. What I've done, everyone, and I hope you're excited for this, is I've actually created a level design kind of store. What I've done in this store is put up different kinds of tips and tricks that you can find there, whether that be my actual ebook itself, to that of level design pamphlets focused on different things such as traversal, stealth, breaking into the industry, as well as different talks that I have done which you cannot find anywhere else other than on this store. So if you are looking to improve on your level design skills and processes, then check out the Level Design Store, which will be down in the description below, where there'll be a link to find this. All you need to do is head over to gumroad.com/level design lobby. I hope you like what you see, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you, and now back to the show. Okay, then, now that we've had a bit of joke, a bit of banter, we can kind of get into my kind of recommendations now. So I'm just going to keep adjusting the mic. I'm just making sure it gets the best level for this, and hopefully it doesn't catch me breathing. The last few episodes, I've just heard myself go, it just sounds so stupid. So hopefully this reduces that sound and can kind of give you a better audio experience. Without further ado, we're talking about the very first recommendation. So the very first one is from Katrina Gillenbach. I hope I have pronounced your name correctly there, Katrina. Sorry if I have not. But her article can be found on Gamma Sutra, and just again, all of the links will be down in the description below for you to all check out. And it's her breaking down the hidden art of pacing. As we know, a lot of parts of level design and quest design comes on how we deliver the experience as well. The same with that of writers and directors. It's all about how we deliver it. Changing the flow of which mission goes where, when to have action, when to take away action, when to have your rest beats is very much important to all of us when we're designing our levels. So Katrina's gone to depth about this. And by the time we're recording this one, there has only been 2 parts released right now. So I'll be sharing with you the first part. And it's called Putting It Into Play. And just kind of talking about how it is that we create and find the best way to deliver our narrative. And, taking experience from other mediums as well. And for those of you who know me, I've talked about pacing graphs as well. And it's really important for us to do that. So I think anyone, especially one thing that I saw recently with the previous level design weekend was the fact that a lot of people didn't think so much about pacing. And that's understandable, but we need to take it into consideration. So this can really help, especially if you're an aspiring level designer, or maybe you're trying to figure out how to best deliver that experience. So that's what I really recommend for us all here. So yes, that is number 1, and that, remember, is called The Hidden Art of Pacing. Now, the second one comes to us from none other than Julius himself, giving us more amazing level design tips. And this is him talking about looking at the level design of the parkour rooftops within Assassin's Creed. Now, this was definitely one of the most key and important pillars of Assassin's Creed. This is what made Assassin's Creed one of the standout compared to any other competitors, was the flow of movement. How it introduced that of different types of movement, how you were supposed to get up to the roofs. And it really kind of breaks that down. And I believe Julius has worked on Assassin's Creed as well. So really kind of looking at how he recommends that. Now, I haven't played the latest ones, but I do believe they're not as parkour as focused in some regards. So really kind of taking a look of why that was so important and the benefits of it, in terms of speed and time, as well as encouraging exploration because you get a better view, and kind of outweighing the options versus that of when you're on the streets. Because if you wanted to, you could obviously walk on the streets as well. But a lot of great information there. Obviously, hearing about his train of thought, again, is a really important one. I think he's definitely a great resource for us to all learn from. So yes, I really did enjoy that article. So do go check out Parkour and Assassin's Creed.
At Level Design Lobby, we believe everybody has a story to tell. Hobbyist or student, freelancer or veteran, we made it our mission to unite those who share our passion for creating and developing great games. Thanks to our generous Patreon backers, we've been able to do just that. So if you've already pledged your support, thank you. If not, you too can ensure the future of Level Design Lobby, helping us to create even more exciting content, collaborations, interviews, and much more. With awesome perks and rewards, whether you're a seasoned professional or just getting started, you're sure to find something for you. Want to share tips, tricks, and advice with passionate, like-minded developers? Our awesome community Discord has you covered. Fancy practicing your level design, creating strong portfolio content, and having fun? Then try our level design weekends. Or perhaps you want to individually discuss your work, hone your skills, or level up your career? Then consider our one-on-one mentorships. If you share our vision, then go to patreon.com/level design lobby for more information and to pledge your support. Thank you.
The third resource I'm going to be discussing here is none other than one of my favorite book series ever, which is called 101 Things I've Learnt. And, it's different types of school. We've talked about architecture, urban planning. But the third one, which I've just picked up today, is that of 101 Things I Learned in Engineering School. And the reason I wanted to pick up this one is I was finishing up one of the other books, I think it was Urban Design, and it showed one of the references about how buildings facilitate for that of earthquakes. And I thought that was such an interesting one. And I thought to myself, well, hold on. That relates to architecture. So I've picked this up. I'm still recommending it because I love the series and I'm hoping to get through it and let you know what I think. But again, it's a different element of architecture, and I'm sure it's not just engineering in architecture. I'm sure there's going to be other ones in there too. But again, just different ways to think about the spaces that we occupy, that we move through, which hopefully we can then take in and translate into our levels as well. So yes, that's the next one for me. Now, number 4 is by one of my favorite article writers. I haven't seen him write in a while, since 2018. He's probably very busy, but I absolutely love all of his blogs. I've been a big fan of them. And that is by Travis Hofstetter. and this one's called The Anatomy of a Stealth Encounter. I'm not sure if I've recommended this one before, but I wanted to go through it again. And he's breaking down different kind of ways that stealth is applicable, whether that be through Lara Croft in Tomb Raider series, Hitman, Metal Gear Solid, and much, much more, and trying to show what kind of makes a great stealth encounter, what kind of are the guidelines and necessary like mechanical rules that you can use as a level designer to move and manipulate. And that is, again, something that I think is very, very important. And stealth seems to be becoming definitely one of the more mainstream elements as we constantly see alongside combat. And the more we kind of understand and know about stealth, I think is super important to all of us. So yes, he's a very experienced level designer. I love the way that he writes. And for anyone who's wanting to know more about stealth, honestly, check it out. I think there's some really important information there for it. Now, the final one of the series for me is that of the GameDev.tv course in C#. Now, as many of you know, I am a partner with GameDev TV in terms of working together, and I actually picked up one of their courses, I think it was like a month ago. I've only just started, obviously work's been very hectic, but that is the C# to Unity. One of the things that I've been wanting to learn and really get better at is that of C#. I did a lot more programming very much in my first job when I was making mobile games, and I'd still do scripting to this day, but more visual scripting. And I just thought to myself, and as a level designer, you primarily do that of visual scripting. But I just thought to myself, I want to go back, go learn again, really kind of expand on what I knew before and see if I can make it just be better at this. So it's something I picked up. I'm enjoying it thus far. I do recommend, because a lot of people ask me, what can they do to stand out learning a second skill? And if you can do art, fantastic, or animation, cool. Again, whichever you enjoy the most as your secondary skill, do that, because the passion will always carry you forward. But for me, it was the fact that I learned how to code and script there. So I want to go back to that and just kind of learn through. But I really enjoy Rick. Rick has been on the podcast before, last year or the year before. I really enjoy his sense of humor too. So him as a lecturer is always an important one to learn from. So yes, I hope that you will enjoy all of these resources. So I'm just going to give a recap on what we had. We had the very first one, which is an article on Gamma Sutra called The Hidden Art of Pacing, followed by Julius's blog post regarding that of Assassin's Creed and the parkour behind their level design. The third one is obviously none other than 101 Things I Learned in Engineering School, followed by Travis Hofstadter and talking about the stealth encounter, what we need to do and what we can apply for the stealth encounter. And then finally, none other than the C# online course for GameDev.tv. So thank you all very much. I hope you have enjoyed this. It's great to be back. 3 years. Here's to 3 more. Thank you again for listening to the show. Thank you so much for your support. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate anyone and everyone who has taken the time to listen to this podcast. Because if it wasn't for you, I would just be sitting here alone and just looking like a mad person, as I'm sure my neighbors do not appreciate me talking so loud. But again, thank you all very much. Honestly, it means the world to me to have your support for this long. Seriously. So take care of yourselves. If you do want to reach out to me, you can do so on Twitter @MaxPairs. If you want to email into the show, you can do so through leveldesignlobby@gmail.com. And if you want to support the show and help make sure that we always get better equipment and better guests, then you can do so through patreon.com/leveldesignlobby. So thank you all very much, and I will catch you all next time.